You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, welcome to Unstoppable Actors. I am so excited you are here and have decided to tune into this episode because I want to share with you some insights on how you can start scenes so you bring your most authentic acting to the table, which means you get your acting career off the ground quicker and start getting cast if you're new, or get cast more regularly if you've been at this a while. I'm going to share with you how I coached one of my actors in class on Friday to bring more truth, more vitality, more authenticity, more sincerity, more feeling, more depth, more layers, and more enjoyment to the scene. And what happened to the scene once I coached him through it with the exercises that I'm going to share with you is he found something with the character that he'd never found before, and it was magnetizing to watch. And this is available for you too. Now, before I dive into this, I need to let you know we have got a trial offer on the Method Actor Circle. We've never done this before. And I'm so excited about it because the Method Actor Circle is a really safe, supportive, amazing space where actors come together to dive into method acting techniques that are rarely taught, to learn them, to be coached through them by myself, to improve their acting to such a degree that their career gets off the ground quicker. We are offering for a limited time, a very limited time, a £10 trial for 1 month inside the Method Actor Circle, which has dedicated audition classes, character classes, a supportive community, all classes recorded so you can watch them back on demand, and a casting director directory as well for you to dive into so you don't have to spend hours on the internet searching. And there's so much more goodness as well inside of the Method Actor Circle. So to take advantage, either go to the link bit.ly/the Method Actor Circle, which is all in lowercase, or simply hit the link underneath this episode where you've pressed play. It's a no-brainer if you know you want to start heading into 2025 as prepared as you possibly can be. So let's get back to the class then that I was coaching on Friday. We'd been working on a scene which was a very meaty scene. There was a lot going on in it, but this actor wasn't connecting to it as well as they could. And I noticed something that had been happening with this actor. And it doesn't just happen with him. I've seen it a gazillion times over the past 14 years of me coaching actors. But he was starting the scene on the first line. And I know you might be thinking, well, yeah, because the scene does start on the first line, but it doesn't. It doesn't start on the first line. If you're starting the scene on the first line, you're warming into the scene. It's a bit like going to the gym and going straight into 100 burpees. You are going to cause damage to your body. You're going to cause damage to your muscles because you haven't warmed up previously. And it's the same with scenes. You've got to warm up your imagination before the scene gets started. And this is the whole premise of method acting. We've got the method actor's triangle. At the top is relaxation, on the side is concentration, and on the third and final point is imagination. So we relax first to get ourselves nice and focused, and then we give our imagination something to work with to warm it up before the scene ever begins. Whereas if you don't do this and you start the scene on the very first line, you're trying to stimulate your imagination in the scene, which means it takes longer for you to warm into the character, get into the character and immerse in them. And it takes you longer to connect to the scene and the character. So we want to be stimulating our imagination before the scene begins, before anybody speaks, because characters bring an energy into the scene. And the key word here is into, which means something is going on beforehand. So you've got to ask yourself, what is the energy that they're bringing into the scene? Is it frustration? Is it excitement? Is it distraction? Is it sorrow? Is it anxiety? Is it something completely different? You've got to decide what that is based on what's going on in the scene. But then this means you've got to start your work before the scene begins. And so in method acting, to stimulate our imagination, to make sure it's turned up to its full volume, and we want it turned up to its full volume because when your imagination is at full volume, it then opens the gates to feelings and emotions, which we can then bring into the scene with sincerity. But to stimulate the imagination, we have to choose the right method acting exercise. So on Friday night's class, we worked with this principle, exactly what I'm sharing with you, and I asked this particular student, Ryan, to use the sense memory exercise before the scene gets started, before the first line is ever uttered. Now, this would be the work that you'd be doing backstage. And for the point of this lesson in this episode, backstage to me is not just backstage with stage work. I'm also taking it to mean before the scene starts on a film set as well, or a television set, or even an audition, to be honest, because you can use all of these exercises anywhere. So I coached him through the sense memory exercise before the dialogue begins in the scene. And it's important that you do something like this because in method acting, we work from the inside out. What I mean by that is what I've already said about stimulating the imagination, which is internal, it's inside of you. So we get that stimulated first, so then we can step into the character and we can express them outwardly to the audience. So I coached him through sense memory. This allowed him to transport himself fully into the scene. Because Ryan is an actor who loves the script analysis, he works really hard in it, goes to the nth degree with the script analysis, but sometimes to the point where he bleeds the feeling out of the scene and then there's none left. Before we did the sense memory exercise, actually, I should share with you that we figured out what energy the character was bringing into the scene. So that's the first thing we figured out. Then I shared with him that sense memory would be the most appropriate exercise to use for him to connect that energy and to be able to bring that into the scene. And this was based on the given circumstances in the script. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what given circumstances are, it's just the facts of the story. So I coached him through this sense memory exercise, and when I could see that he was focused and had fully transported himself into the scene and into the character, I asked him to start the scene. And wow, the scene went to a whole new level that he'd not even found before. It had so many layers to it that I'd never seen before, that he'd never experienced in the scene before. Every word came from the heart. He found something new in the character that he'd not even found in the script analysis, and he found a new side to the character that had previously been undiscovered. And what it did is it brought the character to life, and the scene had that spark which had been missing before, and it made the scene so interesting to watch. Now, when you start working in this way and you start the work, which I've shared with you and laid out in this episode before the scene begins, you'll get into character much quicker. It'll feel easier to get into character. You'll stop overthinking what you should be doing. You'll stop worrying about whether you can remember the lines or not because they will just flow out of you. And just like Ryan, you will have a massive smile on your face and you will be satisfied with your work instead of criticising yourself and picking at the bits that you felt went wrong, which is what most actors do. I want you satisfied because when you are, you believe in yourself more. When you believe in yourself more, you are more likely to put yourself out there in the industry more, which means your career gets off the ground quicker. Coaching or getting coached in method acting is a vital part of your success as an early career actor or a new actor if you're just getting started. So I do want to invite you into the Method Actor Circle and to take us up on that 1 month £10 trial offer to see if method acting is for you. As I've already shared, inside the Method Actor Circle, we offer audition classes, we offer classes on characters and character development. You've got a safe, supportive community of other actors around you who are all cheering you on. You've got a casting directory in there as well, just to make it so much easier for you to figure out who you want to write to, so you're not wasting hours of time on Google searching. And you are in a safe space where you can make all the mistakes you need to and get coached and guided into your best performances yet. So that offer is a £10 trial for 1 month inside the Method Actor Circle to see if it's for you. I've left the link underneath this episode where you've pressed play, or you can simply go to bit.ly/the Method Actor Circle, which is all in lowercase. If you are inspired by these episodes and you learn something new, or you get a refresher on things that you've forgotten, wait until you come inside the Method Actor Circle. It will blow your mind. It takes these episodes to a whole new level. I can't wait to see you inside there. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.